choke, no joke. Cheeky choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Cheeky choke, no joke. Oh, that joint sounds so loud. Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2. Y'all hear me loud and clear? I feel like it's an echo. 1 2 1 2. Choke, no joke. In the building. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all hear me loud and clear? CC Gripping in the building. You already know. Thank you, my love. My fellow Americans first in the building. Salute. We here now. You know what it is. Curtis in the building. Agent 9, Agent 9 in the building. Darius in the building. James in the building. You already know. Reese, what up? Ursula's in the building. Run on sentences in the building. Shabu is in the building. Andre Barnes is in the building. Joke, no joke. We're going to start this one off different. We got 2 Andres in the building. Man, Andre Bugs is in the building tonight. AI Bat is in the building tonight. Dear Self is in the building tonight. Michelle's in the building tonight. Joke, no joke. We got to start this one off different. All right. I'm going to drop a link. And I need y'all to go watch this video before I get into it. Oh. Give everybody a good few minutes to go watch this video. It's mandatory for you to understand what's going on tonight. I don't want to play it on YouTube because you know these niggas be playing sucker games, trying to flag you, even though I can use it under fair use. But you know, to be paying lawyers to going back and forth with these goofies, it ain't fun. So I need y'all to go hit that link and watch that video. I'm gonna wait for you. The NBA's on tonight. My New York Knicks is playing. So I don't know if they started yet. Let's see. We got some Diddy news. Okay, the game started. It's in the first quarter. The Knicks is up 14, playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's 14-10 right now. But I need y'all to go look at this link. Yeah, CC Crippen, she watched it. I need y'all to go watch this link. It is mandatory for you to go watch this link before I get the show started. I'm dropping the link. I'm going to drop the link every 60 seconds. I need you to go check it out. You to know what's going on, you got to go watch the link. Choke No Joke, we live. Need y'all to go on my Instagram and watch the latest video. You see that link? Hit that link. Miss 1000, hit that link. Hit that link so you can know what's going on tonight. Hit that link. Or go to my Instagram right there, Real Choke No Joke. It's the first video you're going to see up there. Jason Bauer, go hit that link. Janice, go hit that link. Anon, what up? Go hit that link, Anon, so you can know what's going on tonight. Let me see if I can pin it on my page. Okay, I got it pinned up there. All right, Shard, if you late, you hit that link that's pinned on my page. Yeah, it's an Instagram link. Go watch that video. You're not going to know what's going on if you don't watch it. Y'all watch it. Ricky Page, hit that link. Hit that link. If you want to get in tune with what's going on, hit that link. Okay, now that y'all hit that link, I can get the show started. Anybody coming late, let them know. Hit that link. Hit that link. We got an explosive one tonight, along with some Diddy updates. Choke No Joke, you know what it is. Let's get to the show.
Choke No Joke. Yeah. It's Choke No Joke. Let's go. Choke No Joke. Chicken Choke No Joke. Choke No Joke. Niggas Choke No Joke.
Choke No Joke. Jack Brown. Yeah, now.
Choke No Joke. Jack Brown. Yeah. This what ATL in New York sound like. Let's go. Y'all hating ass niggas, I see y'all. Choke get busy, that's why I got the crown. Hate in the air, you clowns, I see the envy that you breathe. Jealousy, what you need is your own own damn hustle, stop worrying about mine. Nigga, I'm poppin' cause I put in time. Came out modeling, camera in hand. Still get busy with the mic in hand. Streets pulled out, niggas got sprayed. Niggas turn on you when they see you get paid. The intimidation in your face. Where's the love? What's taking place? You want my gold and my ducats, cause my money overflowing out of buckets. Shot him in public, made people holler. Scar on his face for the money and the power. I'm the chokester. Chokester. The truth in the industry made me the chokester. 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 The truth in the industry made me the game had me fooled, got in, was young. Thought talent made you rich, damn was dumb. More to make, cake from crumbs. You gotta be sweet, G or native tongue. My heartbeat went into overload when Larry tried to turn me into a mole. Told me show my curly to the CEO. I didn't think it's funny, so his jaw hit the floor and grabbed that chair that broke his back. Then realized that's a hate attack. Harassment comes assault, you in the maze. No way out, like Puff and Mace. Touch me, tease me, I catch a case. Nigga, you ain't straight as your poker face. Father law God, in that game I fold. This sun don't tick, demon time don't hold. I'm the chokester. Chokester. The truth in the industry made me the chokester. 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 The truth in the industry made me the chokester. Chokester. The truth in the industry made me the chokester. Chokester. On the ones and twos, chokester. What y'all want to do? I'm here now. Eden Wall, stand up. Shout out to the bomb squad.
Choke no joke. You know what it is. We here now. Now, all y'all that just came in, you might be a little late, but I dropped a link. If you didn't see the link, I just dropped it again. So what's going on here is Marv James, I don't know if he realizes he's so mad at Suge that he threw Reggie under the bus, right? Now, let me go where the Knicks is up 26, make that 27-18, playing the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the season opening game. I would love to play the video for y'all, but you know these suckers be playing dumb games. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just repeat what he said verbatim. His exact words is, why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people? And we know what unalive means. That means to kill, murder, uh, one or the other. That's what unalive means today. But so somebody, you know, and this is all alleged, because I don't know, I wasn't there, but somebody started using the word unalive on YouTube instead of, you know, the words murder or kill. And everybody just jumped on the nuts and started saying that. You know what I'm saying? Um, for whatever reason, for uh it's not like you can't say that on YouTube. You can say that, but everybody follows the trend. So Maul James says, and this is alleged because I wasn't there, but he didn't say allegedly, right? He said, why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people? Now, I don't know how many people that he's alleging that Reggie unalive, but to say all these people means that allegedly Reggie got a few bodies under his belt, according to Mark J. But I'm gonna assume that he's talking about Tupac and Biggie, bare minimum, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but we do know that Suge made the allegations that allegedly Reggie has something to do with Pac being killed, right? And then he also says, if you solve one murder, you solve both of them, right? So if he's accusing Reggie allegedly of having something to do with Pac being killed, then allegedly, I believe that he's insinuating that Reggie, I guess, would be involved in Biggs. And I don't know about, all these people that Marv James is referring to. So, like I said, you could go watch the video on my Instagram. I'm not going to play it here. However, verbatim, what he said is, why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people by himself without the knowledge of Suge Knight? Now, for a lot of us, we sit here and a lot of us have said, you know, well, if Reggie allegedly did this or he disarmed the police, I mean, yeah, disarmed the off-duty police and Pot got killed, why would Reggie, why would Suge still be letting Reggie work for him? Why would Suge be putting buildings in Reggie name, cars in Reggie name, letting Reggie run the company while he was in jail? Why would he still be friends with Reggie if Reggie allegedly has something to do with the murder of Tupac? And then remember, Reggie alleges that Suge is the one who allegedly killed Biggie by hiring Poochie and using Teresa Swan and all this other stuff with Tammy Hawkins, allegedly. And we know Reggie and the girl Tammy Hawkins or Teresa Swan, whatever her name is, they both got immunity in the Biggie case, right? Now, it wouldn't make sense to the average person, right? But to y'all that don't have no street knowledge, you know, or ain't from the ghetto or understand streets or gang politics, you would sit there and be like, none of this makes sense. If Reggie knew the night of Tupac getting shot, that it was Orlando Anderson, for him to be able to call his father that night and tell his father that night that Orlando and them did it. That's no alleged, right? Then why would Reggie be having meetings with Keefe D in Orlando and giving them money to testify on Suge's behalf if they was responsible for the shooting and killing of Tupac? Why would Reggie be friends with Keefe D all these years, you know, be crank calling him on uh prank calling him on YouTube for everybody to know that he's cool with Keefe D, to hook him up with all these interviews when he did his book, you know, to take meetings with, you know, Freaky Dre, Big Dre, to Suge seeing Keefe D at the Lakers game and not banging on him if he shot up his car and with him in it and Pop getting killed. So none of that makes sense to a lot of people. How and then to be saying free Keefe D. So you wonder, like, how did Keefe D in Orlando never have drama with Death Row, and Death Row's giving them money, they testifying on the behalf of Suge, Reggie's friends with Keefe D, Suge is still cool with Keefe D. It don't make no sense until Marv James this week or last week dropped this video and tell us that we're stupid to believe that allegedly if Reggie killed all these people, that why are we to think that he did it on his own and not, let's get his exact words, without the knowledge of Suge Knight? So let me continue with him, what he's saying word for word. Once again, his words is, why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people by himself, allegedly, I'm saying, without the knowledge of Suge Knight? Why y'all people ain't thinking about that? He used the word frontline with the crooked cops. He frontlined that with the crooked cops. He said Suge got y'all believing that he didn't know any of the police officers that was working for Death Row. Now, more recently, I played the video with Omar Bradley, the former mayor of Compton, right? He said he played chess, 3 games of chess up at the death row office with Rafael Perez, who was one of the people that was rumored to work at death row. And according to Chief Bernard Parks, Layla, Jimmy Iovine, Big C Style, Joe Cool, Trady from the East Siders, they all seen these guys up there working up there, you know. And then Suge even said himself that Reggie and Sharita was great friends with Perez and them, right? So there's times that he say he don't know them, but if all these people seen him there, and then you got Omar Bradley said he played chess with Rafael Perez up at death row, had a fight with Suge Knight, and Rafael Perez was standing right there when him and Perez had to, I mean, when him and Suge had to fight, and Reggie was right there. And now you got James, Marv James, saying that Suge got y'all believing that he ain't know none of the police officers that was working for death row. We got to know at this point, if it's goddamn 10 people that's saying that they know they was up there, they had to be up there. And the only people that got a reason to lie is the people that got something to hide. Because if they ain't got nothing to hide, what they, these dudes ain't going to just be making up that they was seeing these dudes up there and they was working up there just for the sake of everybody's lying for what? What reason would they have to lie about that? So he says, so Suge have y'all believing that he didn't know any of the police officers that was working for death row, but they were there. He's saying he don't know none of the crooked cops that he partied with, that he been around with, that watched his ass. Said, I'm going to let you keep believing that Suge Knight is this boogeyman. Now, if you just tuned in and you want to see Marv James say this for yourself, I'm dropping the link for you. I just dropped the link again. Hold on. Hold on. What else he said? Let me go to the other part. He said, pay attention to why he's saying free Keefy D. Pay attention to why he's saying they offered him $1 million. Another $1 million, meaning they was the first it was the Puffy million. Now it's this million. He said also in there that they could dispute that with all the different stories he done told about Keefy D and them over the years. So he's insinuating, in my opinion, that allegedly he made the call. I'm not playing it so y'all can hear it. I don't want y'all to hear it because I don't want them trying to flag my channel. So I don't play none of their stuff anymore. Right? He said, and he's is he mad that Tupac put him on his pockets? Nope. But don't offer me $1 million for nobody. Don't offer me $1 million for nobody. Somebody in trouble. Somebody in trouble. He's dry snitching that allegedly they did it. he said, is he mad that Suge that I mean, Tupac put him on his pockets, but he should have got that $1 million. Don't offer him $1 million for a body. He said, somebody in trouble, somebody in trouble. So he's insinuating once again that they did it, allegedly. He said, pay attention to why he's talking about Keefy D. Pay attention to why he's saying they came and offered him, meaning Suge, $1 million. Here go another $1 million to come in and say that Keefy D had nothing to do with it. They can dispute that many times over with the things that he said the first time he went to jail. The whole nine. He said, man, you got shot in the head. I ain't never seen a man get shot in the head. Not grazed, but shot in the head. And then and somewhere else. He said, Suge, you had a nick. A little nick in your head. And walked out the hospital, homeboy. Stop trying to make it seem like you took one for the team, boy. You had a nick on the top of your head. On the right side. You wasn't hit. You wasn't hit. Y'all better stop believing this dude. And stop believing that this dude is 100. Said, okay, y'all getting y'all views off of it. And y'all listening to him, but I know y'all gotta be saying, this dude is lying up his ass. Right. So, oh Lord. He lying up his ass. Now, for me, I know I've been lied to, right? And remember, Suge always said that he had a 45 etched in his skull. And then Reggie said he had a 40. Then Suge changed it and said, oh yeah, you know, Reg is right. I got to give him his cigar. Yeah, I did get hit with a 40. After 30 years of saying he got hit with a 45, he had a 45. Just 2 months ago, Reggie said, nah, it was a 40. He changed it up, said he went and looked at his medical records. And oh, yeah, it was a 40. Then Reggie comes out just 2 weeks ago and says, Suge never got shot in the head with a bullet. He got hit with a piece of scrap metal. The same thing that Gobi said the doctor told Suge mother when he was standing next to her when the doctor came out the emergency room and told her, yo, your son got hit with a piece of scrap metal. We just gonna stitch him up and he be out in a little while. Gobi always stood on that. Gobi always stood on that. Now Reggie is saying Suge Suge never got hit with a bullet. You know what I'm saying? So for him to say for 30 years he got hit with a 45 and then change it because Reggie told him it was a 40 and now it's a 40, right? And now Reggie tells, man, he never got even hit. That was a piece of scrap metal. Now you got Mob James saying it, and they all tell him what Gobi said from day one. Nine, 10, 25. Suge spoke with Vegas PD. He said nothing about 9, 10, 25. So September 10th this year, you saying he spoke to Vegas PD? He said nothing about multiple shooters, only agreed with the story of one shooter. He was protecting his own. Possibly. But the main thing here is Marv James saying that Reggie allegedly unalived a bunch of people. And for us to believe that Suge got no knowledge of the people that Reggie unalived allegedly, we stupid to believe that. Right? And the only people that I know publicly that allegedly Reggie is supposed to have something to do with unaliving would be Biggie, Pac, and whoever that guy that allegedly got not allegedly got, but the guy that got killed in the cemetery that had Reggie cuffs on him when he got killed, that he allegedly has something to do with that. Those are the only three that I heard of. Right? I appreciate you having former Compton Mayor Omar Bradley on. I done watched that 10 times. Only question I have is who was the three Compton cops he saw walking out the MGM? I don't know. I'll ask him when he come on. He's gonna be coming on soon. Right? But getting back to Marv James. If you didn't get to see the video, I'll drop the link if you just came in. And you could go watch Marv James say it for yourself. And he doesn't say allegedly. He doesn't say allegedly. How many hours it took Suge Knight to get out the hospital? I don't know, maybe like 2, 3. Because remember, he went to the club after he got out the hospital. To me, knowing that the prosecutors are going to be trying to subpoena Marv James and Keefe D trial, if I'm Keefe D's lawyers, I'm trying to subpoena Marv James for the statement that he just made about allegedly Reggie unaliving all these people, or what's his exact words? Why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people? That is a quote from Marv James. And we know him and Reggie's tight. They done did over goddamn 20 shows together. They done did Vlad together. So I'm sure Marv James, being from Compton and being that cool with Reggie, knows what he's talking about. Why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people by himself? Allegedly. I'm saying. He didn't say allegedly. Without the knowledge of a Suge Knight. I don't know how explosive that y'all, if y'all don't think like that, this is the most explosive thing in all of this. Because a lot of us feel like Reggie is guilty. But this right here, when a man says, why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people without the knowledge of Suge Knight is, that is super, super, super explosive. And in the Vegas prosecution, we already mad at them that they letting fucking Reggie lead their investigation, don't knowing how dirty this nigga is, how he just came off a bid, trafficking drugs, but he's leading their investigation. He's snitching to the grand jury. That's he be acting like he's not a rat. When you go and testify for the grand jury, you are a rat. Go listen to what's his name? Uh Prince. Prince Jeru Miller. He just did a video breaking down a person that goes to the grand jury is just a straight out rat. He said the person that you got the confidential informants, and then you got the 137 source that they will never reveal. He put Reggie right in the rat category. He said the person that goes to the grand jury and testify is a rat. So Roden Rat Jr. is just that. But this right here, Marv James dropped a bombshell. He dropped a bombshell. Why would Reggie take it upon himself to unalive all these people without the knowledge of a Suge Knight? And then you got Reggie who ratted on Suge in the Biggie murder. He says it on Vlad TV that Russell Poole got it right. He just ain't do his homework right. That Suge is the one allegedly who got Big killed. So how would Reggie know that? We know he got immunity along with Teresa Swan or Tammy Hawkins, whatever her name is. And hearing Marv James say this, how would Reggie do this, unalive all these people without the knowledge of Suge Knight? Don't get mad at me for repeating what he said. Don't get mad at me because I'm talking about what Marv James said. Before you get mad at me, be mad at him for saying it. And then be mad at yourself for making him say it. So no matter what Reggie say, the cat is already out the bag. And according to Marv James, allegedly, Reggie got some bodies. And it sounds like he got some orders from somebody. According to Marv James. So I don't know, man. Take it for what it's worth. Joke no joke, man. I don't know what to say. But in other news, Diddy, they saying that in the MDC, which I don't understand why he's still at the MDC. They should have moved him already. He's already sentenced. They already picked the jail. Why is he still in the MDC? But in Brooklyn. But they saying today Diddy woke up with an inmate with a knife to his neck. The dude ain't cut him. He didn't poke him. He just woke up and the dude had a knife to his neck. So I'm gonna try to get my man Charlucci on and see if he could give us the word from Diddy himself on what happened. But they got the news story out that Diddy woke up with his throat nearly slit in prison. One of Diddy's close friends is speaking out about the terrifying moment the mogul woke up in prison with a knife pressed to his throat. Charlucci Finney says the attack went down during one of the nights Diddy was sleeping at the MDC, an incident that first came to light during Diddy's sentencing. Sources familiar with the situation have confirmed it's authentic. Yeah, that is true. All right, hold on. Finney told Daily Mail his friend woke up with the weapon to his neck, just seconds away from serious harm or death. He says he doesn't know if the guards came to break it up or if Diddy fought the guy off. Sources familiar with the situation confirm the details. Finney imagines the inmate's intent was to intimidate Diddy, particularly in a notorious facility like the MDC Brooklyn. He added, prison isn't just a safe place for anyone convicted in a case related to sex, and he's worried about Diddy's safety. Diddy's lawyer, Brian Steele, first mentioned this incident during the sentencing hearing, telling the judge it was a guard who stopped the shiv wielding inmate. As you know, Diddy was sentenced to 50 months federal prison after a jury convicted him of 2 counts of violating the Mann Act. He was acquitted on more serious charges of the sex trafficking and racketeering. So this didn't just happen. This happened before Diddy got sentenced. I guess he must have just Charlucci must have just did an interview and brought it up. Yeah, this ain't no new news. This they talked about this at the sentencing. Well, the thing is, he didn't get cut. I don't know if they putting this story out to maybe try to get some sympathy from Trump to give him a pardon. But this ain't new news because they talked about this during the sentencing. So did he? All right. He didn't get cut. And like I said, it's old news. So I don't know, but once again, Marv James just dropped the bombshell. He dropped the big bombshell. So we'll see what happens. We got what? November, December, January. We got less than 4 months for the trial to begin. We'll see what the prosecutors do in this case when it come to Reggie. If he goes from they lead witness to they lead suspect. Because I know that the defense, they gonna be on Reggie like a cheap suit. You watch and see. You know, it ain't no telling. He'd be a first-time felon. It wouldn't be Reggie's first felon. Joke, no joke. I'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. You know what it is. Let's go. Holla back. One.
Check it out. Choke, no joke. Learn from mistakes. DJ S&S the great. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. Best day of my life, no sleep all night. Broke day for weeks, my cash was right. My capo tight, take our loot, unite. 23-hour shifts had to see loot like Mike. Cash lovely, yeah, Dougie. How could this day get so ugly? Wifey bout to pop like some bubbly. Yo, through those 9 months, you really bugged me. Felt like a star, cop first car. Get up with the guard, what it is, baby, paw. He about to cop a van, get up with our mans. Before we reached our low spot, toes blam. Unaware what happened, discussing and clapping. It wasn't loud, ain't shit gonna happen. Me being stupid instead of getting they moving. This nigga kept chefing like the woo one. Then we heard a knock, no one knew of this spot. 6 niggas in the spot, 6 niggas not. Ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. I'm in the precinct all damn even. This good cop, bad cop shit got me steaming. No, I was caught, I ain't give a fuck. Had jokes like the usual suspects line up. Book time's up, came back fuck. Shirt wrinkled up, my pigs roughed me up. Time's up, heard them clink of the cuffs. Niggas was so deep they had to call on the bus. Everybody that checks outside waiting on us like ghetto celebs. Our cells ain't plush. 5 in the book and gave a whooping. He never forget, they gotta be split. Up in the courtroom, they cause it ruckus. Everybody in the jacks waiting on us. Try to bail us out, that thought got thrown out. Bill one so high, I couldn't bear half a nigga out. Copped out, that's what first fell in the bow. Back on the bus, Rikers the row. Wifey in the courtroom crying out. We love y'all with tears running in their mouth. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon. It ain't no telling you be a first-time felon. No telling when you be a first-time felon.
Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke.